YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. What's going on? I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it running in y'all truck without an APU, man. I'm sitting here, man. I got the vent pointed right here, and it's got good ice cold air blowing up on me. It feels so good. Y'all better get an APU in your truck, man. Get an APU in your truck. Let me turn y'all upside down. Okay. Yeah, what's going on? Shot City Trucker, what's going on? Who I factor with? I factor with Triumph Business Capital. Get him a call. Uh, I factor with Triumph Business Capital. They're the best factoring company in trucking. I'm just gonna tell you. Um, they're the best factoring company in trucking. It's a lot of factoring companies out here, but I've been rolling with Triumph Business Capital since I got my authority in 2017. When I got my authority back in November 2017, I've been rocking with Triumph Business Capital, and um, yeah, they pretty good. It's an easy process to get paid. You upload your Raycon and your bills. They handle the rest. That's it. They handle the rest. You know, some guys don't like factoring companies, but um, some guys don't like factoring companies, but I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but when you talk about business management, time management, and the utility of capital, uh, it's kind of a no-brainer why you should get a factoring company. It's a no-brainer. Sorry, but most guys, most guys, most new guys that get into trucking, they don't educate themselves. Okay, they don't educate themselves. Education is one of the most it's the most important thing when it comes to just about any business, anything that you're getting involved in. You gotta educate yourself, okay? And you gotta learn about money. You have to learn about money, okay? The sun messing up my phone. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. But you have to learn about money. Okay, you got guys coming out here getting in the business. It don't have to be trucking. It could be a barbershop, landscaping business, a warehousing business, a salon. You do artwork on the side. You build websites on the side. You do bookkeeping on the side. You're an accountant. You do bookkeeping on the side. Uh, Hold on. This guy up here doing some crazy stuff. All right, now take your time now. You could have just went and turned around, man. And you wonder why accidents be happening. I wish y'all would have seen what just happened. Don't do like this guy. Just go down there and turn around, man. Like, you're going to put your whole career on the line because what you in a hurry for? You can put your truck and trailer, your livelihood on the line. Just for what? You know, you got these super truckers out here, man. But anyway, you got people out here getting in the business and they're not educating themselves. For the life of me, I don't understand how the hell do you confidently feel good about what you're doing? How do you confidently come out and start a new business venture? Okay, say you want to get into real estate, you want to day trade, you want to start a trucking business. It don't matter. So you just gonna go blindly. You're gonna go blindly into this business. You just gonna step blindly into the business. You haven't done no market research. If you're gonna start a trucking business, do market research. Do market research. What is market research? You get on your damn computer and you Google around. You ask questions about trucking. You Google around. It's a lot of truck drivers that own their own truck and trailer that do YouTube videos. I got my email up, 404trucker@gmail.com. You can email me questions if you want to get a truck and trailer, get your authority, you want to get leased on. You know, I take a minute of my time and chat with you back and forth. You know, I ain't gonna sit up there all day long, but I sit up there and chat with you back and forth, ask a few questions. You know, because I like helping guys. You know, I like helping guys, and I'm happy to hear guys that's interested in growing their career, growing their spiritual, growing their just growing, man. And so you get on your computer and you Google, like, okay, you do market research. You do some research on factoring companies. What the hell is a factoring company? Some people don't even know what the hell is a factoring company. What the hell is a factoring? You Google and figure that out. You Google the top 5 factoring companies. You get a notepad and write 5 factoring companies down. There's no reason for you to you write 3 or 4 factoring companies down. Okay, this factoring company charge this rate. Oh, a factoring company is a company that takes care of your invoices. They front you the money and they take care of your billing, your back office billing collections for you. For a small business. That's what they do. Factory companies. And they charge a fee. Okay, brokers. You go online, Google what brokers. Okay, the top 20 brokers. What kind of insurance do you need? You Google about insurance. Okay, drive-in trailers. You Google about drive-in trailers. You Google about the best truck to buy. You Google the best motor to have in a truck, the best oil, the best tires. You just Google, man. The best maintenance interval. When do you take your truck in for a PM? You Google. You just answer questions. Write the stuff down. Google, write the stuff down. Google, write the stuff down. You should have a notebook full of information once you're done Googling. That'll give you a good, confident feeling about stepping into business. I get guys be calling me and I'm like, man, you don't need to be buying no truck, dog, because you're not ready. You're not ready. You can't even get the basics done right? You asking basic questions like it don't make no sense. And to me, once you do the basic research, do your market research, do figure out, it's a no-brainer what you should do. After that, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You don't even have to ask no questions. You don't even have to answer no questions. You know, you pretty much got a good concrete feel on how the game go, how money work. Learn about how money works. You got a lot of guys out here that don't know nothing about how money works. You know, they have an opinion that don't even apply. Like their feeling against the factoring company is irrelevant because they don't understand like the game of money. You know, learn how money works. Learn how money works when it relates to business. Because you got some guys, they know how money works when it comes to like household economics. They know how money works when it applies to household economics. But money works different in business. Money works way different than business. In the world of business, finances is different. You know, you need to learn that. You need to learn that, how that game works. Like, you know, I'm sitting here, I don't know every doggone thing. I don't know everything. But I tell you what, shoot, pre 2015, 2016, I was a totally different person, you know, because I took the time out and I read some books. I read books, listen to audio books. I do research. I'm a nerd. I'm just a nerd because some of y'all may find in doing research is just a burden, right? Some of y'all might find doing research is a burden. You know, it's like, oh man, I don't like reading. I don't like reading. That's fine, but you need to learn. It's a book called Seven Habits of Successful People. Seven, I think it's like 7 effective habits for successful people, something like that. And like, you know, one of those things is called reading. You need to build reading, learning new stuff into your repertoire, into your regimen. You need to build that in your regimen, learning new stuff all the time. Because if you don't continually learn new stuff all the time, you're gonna be stagnant and you're not gonna be moving forward. You're gonna be sitting up there just like all these truck drivers out here in their truck by themselves, and they're gonna have a spiritual thing because you know we truck drivers, we be in our truck by ourselves all the time, and we don't talk to other people. We don't associate with a lot of people. We be in our truck all the time, so it's easy for us to get I don't know the word. It's easy for us to like be in this truck by ourselves and just be. We get an ego. We get this ego because truck drivers got a weird ego about them because we don't associate with other people on a regular basis. We in this truck and we form an opinion and we think our opinion is the shit. When I'm sorry to tell you, there's people out there that know 1,000 times more than you. I'm sorry. And you need to accept that. Just accept it. You don't know everything. Just accept that. And once you accept the fact that you don't know every doggone thing, Gatorade. But yeah, once you accept that you don't know everything, it's gonna put you in the mindset of reading, learning, just continually learning new stuff, you know, accepting the fact that, yeah, you don't know everything. So I need to learn everything. You get what I'm saying? And so there are people out here that know more than you about business. Yes. So you're the guy with one truck, right? Because truck drivers, they're weird people, right? So you're in one truck and you think you know more than the guy with 100 trucks. You really think you know more than the guy with 100 trucks. You know more than the guy with 100 trucks. That's just common sense. No, you don't. Because if you knew more than the guy who got 100 trucks, you would have 1,000 trucks. You have to accept that. Accept the fact that you don't know everything. You need to learn. And so in order to better yourself, you need to associate yourself with people who are doing better than you. You need to associate yourself with people who know more than you and have an open mind. It's like I talk to guys, they don't have an open mind. It's like you're not ready for a truck because you don't have an open mind. You still think like a company driver. You still think like a company driver. Yeah. You think like a company driver. So you're going to run your truck like a company driver. And you're going to be running a truck like a driver. And you're not going to be thinking like a business person. You're not going to be thinking business, big business. And you're not going to be growing. You're going to be stagnant in one spot thinking, oh, I don't need no factoring company. I'm sorry, some of the biggest companies in the world use a factoring company. That's how they're able to grow a business, big business. That's how they're able to grow. How did I know that? Because I read. I used to think like that. You read. You go online, you Google, and you read. And it opens your mind up to bigger things. Read. Yes, read. Watch YouTube videos. You just gathering information. You're picking up information. You're absorbing information. Oh, this guy got 50 trucks. He uses a factoring company. Oh my God. You're not going to sit here and tell me it's a brilliant idea for you to not use a factoring company, for you to put your own capital at risk. Okay, you're trying to tell me you're going to grow a 5, 10, 20 truck fleet using no factoring company? That don't make sense. When you're small trucking business, you have to use a factoring company. Okay? Unless you just got a whole bunch of cash. But if you got a whole bunch of cash, you don't need to be in trucking. So you're going to have to turn a profit, okay, to turn money, because you got to turn over money. You're turning over money. So you're going to go buy a truck. Listen to me. You're going to go buy a truck for $20,000. You're going to buy a trailer for $10,000 or $8,000, $7,000 or $5,000. You're going to buy a truck for $20,000, buy a trailer for $10,000, that's $30,000. Just for the truck and trailer. Then you're gonna get the insurance. $11,000, $12,000, $13,000 for insurance. That's $45,000 already. We ain't even moved not one load yet. $45,000. Now you got to get base plates and all this stuff. We ain't even move a load yet. Now we gonna go and start moving some freight. Now you're going to spend your own money on fuel. You're going to spend your own money on fuel. And on a week-to-week basis, before you get payment back on a month, on a 30-day, when you roll in every 30 days, 30 to 45 days. Some brokers pay every 14 days. Some brokers pay 7 days. So now you gonna have say you make $5,000 a week. Say in 30 days you make 20 grand. That means you putting all this capital up for risk. You put your truck and trailer, all that cash, the insurance, all that cash. You putting all that up. Okay, now you putting another 20 grand up to run your truck. You putting 30 grand out. You putting 20, 25 grand. Say you make 18 grand in a month. Just say 20. You putting 20 grand up to make, 10%, 15% on your money. And so that means you got to have every 30 days, you got to put out 20 grand a month to make money. Why put that 20 grand out of your own cash where you just get a factoring company and let them take the risk? That's what you're paying for. You're paying for risk. Some brokers don't pay, some brokers pay. Just about every year I get one broker that don't pay. And a lot of times I had a feeling about the load in the first place, and I knew I shouldn't have took the load in the first place. So a lot of times it's my fault anyway. So I don't want to blame the broker, because if I think about all the brokers that didn't pay me, I didn't want to pull the load anyway. You get what I'm saying? Because I knew it was something fishy about it. I had a gut feeling when I booked the load anyway. I was like, man, I don't like this load, man. I don't like this situation. It's a garbage situation. You know what I mean? I had a fishy feeling about it anyway. It's a Landstar load that I ran, and I ain't get paid on it. It's a $500 load. I ain't seeing that money. I ran the load, submitted the bills, did everything they wanted to do, and like they came back and they were saying that it's something wrong with the bills or something like that. I resubmitted it. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Going back and forth with these people for 6 months. He said, you know what? Forget it. Y'all keep it. Y'all need the money more than me. It's a waste of time. But the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is like, guys be acting like they know every doggone thing. How about you stop arguing with people? Because truck drivers, we get in these arguments and like we get in these back and forth, and we trying to like figure and like guys be like trying to act like another guy know more than the other person, and we going back and forth. I mean, we just talking business, but we're going back and forth. But the thing is, it's like none of y'all read. Because most of the guys that are arguing, these are guys that own one truck. These are guys that got one truck, and y'all arguing about a factory company. None of y'all got fleets. None of y'all. And so I know guys that got fleets, 10 trucks, 15, 20 trucks. All these guys got factoring companies. I'm sorry. And unless you in a niche market, where you don't have to put up your own capital. For example, if you're in a niche market and you got a customer that pay you on the spot for a load, you don't need a factoring company. I know a guy, he got a direct shipper, and every time he come to pick up the load, he pay him on the spot for the load. He cut him a check or pay cash for the load. He either pay him cash or cut him a check right on the spot for the load, and he take a, most of y'all got y'all phone with you, and you can do a mobile deposit on your phone, and you get paid right then and there if your shipper pay you with a check. But most shippers and receivers are not cutting a check on the spot for a load. Most shippers and receivers that you dealing with out here, they're holding those bills for at least 7 days. Average is 30 to 45 days. But I mean, in some brokers it's 28 days, some brokers it's 14 days. But the average is 28 to 45 days to get paid on a bill. So my point is that you have to, like, y'all got you have to grow your business mind, understand the game out here, understand the game of business out here. And you know, from my opinion, from my research, and from what I've been looking at out here, I think having a factoring company is it's a great idea. So if you wanna get signed up with Triumph Business Capital, call them up. I got a YouTube video on here. This was a long, drawn out discussion, rant about factoring companies, but it is what it is. But what you can do is call Triumph Business Capital and tell them 404 Trucker sent you, JH Services sent you. I got a couple YouTube videos. I got a couple tutorials showing you how Triumph Business Capital works. It's an easy process, you know, and I go through my account showing you, you know, how a factoring company works. And so if you want to check that video out, just Google it. Google 404 Trucker, Triumph Business Capital. My video will come up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, I got to take this call. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm at this place picking up this load. I have to go back here and get to a dock. Been a while since you seen strong. Yeah, man. Who I got insurance with? I got Lancer Insurance. That's my insurance company. I got Lancer Insurance. OTR Capital. I don't know nothing about.
Shut off your engine!
I don't know nothing about OTR Capital. All I know is Triumph Business Capital. You know, Big Face say 5K. That's it. Come on, man. I mean, 5K a week. I mean, I've done about 52, 53, 5,400 for the whole month of July. So a week. So I probably did about, I say a good 20, I probably did a good 25 grand for the month. I'm probably looking at a good 25 grand. Probably looking at a good 25 grand. So I know some guys, you know, it all depends on how you run. It really depends on how you run. Because some guys, they'll run for like a week and a half and then take off half the other week. I don't like doing that because you can't get consistency out of doing that. You can't get consistency doing that. You get what I'm saying? And so I've learned in order to get consistency, I narrow my running area to a small area and refine and learn a small running area and get home every weekend so I can maximize my logbook so I don't run out of log hours. Because what happens is guys, they'll like to run all over the country, and what happens is you end up running out of hours halfway into the next week, and then you got to take a 34-hour break, like way out, far away from the house. That don't make sense to me. I like to be home every weekend, run Monday through Friday, get home like Friday night, Saturday morning. Sometimes I'll run the weekend if I got a couple extra hours, and I'll run a couple of short loads or something like that. And you know, it's been a couple weeks I've been able to do 6,000. I've been able to do 6,000, you know, in a week. Like the last week, the week before last, I did 6,000. Then last week, the week before last, I did 6,000. Then last week, I did like 5,600. And I was home like Friday night. And then I'll take a 34, come right back on Monday. And so that's how I like to run, because I find that's more efficient to run that way. I just find that more efficient. Instead of running all over the place, and you got to figure out home time, and just it's too random. I like to refine my running area to a small area, learn everything I need to know about a small area, and then I know the shippers, receivers, the brokers, and the small running areas, and I know the game, and I be able to learn within a 2, 3, 4 state area. Just refine it real tight. You know, pick up a load in the morning, deliver the next day. Pick up a load in the morning, deliver the next day. I don't mess with afternoon appointments. I don't mess with none of that. All my loads pick up. All my loads, most of them, I try to get appointments that pick up AM, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Get that freight off, get to my next load, and deliver and run that one. And that's how I like to run. And just do that. And keep that revenue, that $1,000, $1,100 a day. Keep that. And that's how I like to do it. And so, because guys, most guys out here can't constantly get 5,000 every week. I get 5,000 every single week. You get what I'm saying? And that's the way I've been able to do it. Because doing it any other way, where you do 7,000, because if you run Monday to Monday, if you run 7 days or 8 days or 9 days, you could do 7,000, right? But then the next week, you won't be able to do that because you got to take a 34. And so the next week you'll do 3,500. But if you average it out, I mean, it all comes out the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's just my opinion. That's how I like to run, and I get good home time, and you know, that's just a good way to run, I think. That's just a good way to run, I think. You get good home time, and you know, I don't like what? I don't like running and then taking off 3, 4 days and all that. You know, I don't like doing that. Especially on this side of trucking, where with your own authority and you're dealing with broker boards and stuff like that. Most brokers work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and you got that weekend cutoff. You usually got to get, in order to run a big load on the weekend, you gotta book that load Thursday or Friday to run, to make your weekend as more productive as possible. To make your weekend as productive as possible, because there ain't no point you know, because I live in Georgia. Ain't no point taking a load to go out to Arkansas and the load delivers on Monday and I pick it up, you know, Friday. That means I got to sit out there for 2 days. That I might as well just stay at the house. You know, that don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. And I'm to the point where I pretty much book loads with the same brokers all the time. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I run a certain area and there's just certain brokers that that service a certain area, you know. And so, you know, I just think that's just a more efficient, better way to run. And so, you know, I'm not a truck driver that just gonna come out here just to be running loads, just to be running loads. I try to find the most efficient way to run my truck that yields the most amount of money. And so that's how I think the best way to run, because I run Monday to Friday, maybe Saturday-ish, and I yield the highest take home, take my 34 on the weekend, come right back out and do it again every week. 5,000, 5,500, 5,200, 5,300, 4,900, 5,600. You do that. You can constantly do that every week. You know what I'm saying? But that randomness, like running Monday to next Wednesday, and no, that I don't know. I don't like doing that. Hold on, y'all. I gotta hold on, y'all. I gotta get this trailer door. And like this load here, I pretty much book this load here just about every week, sometimes twice in a week. Because I'll come down here to Florida and like it's two brokers that have this load going back to Atlanta. And well, actually three. And I'll be constantly, you know, I'll email the broker or something like that, or I'll go on the broker board, the DAC board, and ask them for this load right here. And you know, that is a great way to constantly hold on, y'all. was trying to figure out what they doing back at 8. But I mean, you know, you know, some of y'all may save $5,000 a week. Some of y'all may save $5,000 a week. Ain't a bunch of money, but for what I'm trying to do and the kind of money I can get my hands on and have good home time, have a good balance of home time, make good revenue, and be home on the regular. I mean, it works for me. You know, I mean, right now the rates are not killing it. The rates are not crazy out here. You know, you might hit a spot. You know, like last week or the week before last, rates was crazy. The week before last, that week of 4th of July, that week was crazy. That week of 4th of July, man, woo, boy, them lows was crazy lows. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how you want to run. But I'm a business person first. So, you know, some guys just enjoy running the truck and money comes second. You know, so hold on a second. I got to do some stuff. All right. Now I got to turn my APU back on. Hold on. Every time I crank the truck up, got to turn the APU back on. G-Star says, what's good? I hit a deer last night. Thank God it only cost me one headlight busted. Now fixed. 108 eyes. Blessing. Oh man. Yeah, man. I hit a deer 2 times so far. And the last deer I hit, it was I want to say it was like last year sometime, maybe like October last year, something like that. I was going through this small town and like it was a couple of deer like right in the middle of the road. I was coming up a hill and it was standing right there. Good thing they wasn't like in the middle of the road. They was like to my left and it it just grazed my bumper. It just grazed my bumper right there. So ain't no big deal. No big deal. But when I was at Snyder, I hit a deer, and like it took out that quarter panel, that plastic quarter panel bumper piece. That was like $400 because the panel, there's like a panel. It's a 2-piece panel. It's like one part is like 100 and something, and the other part is like 280. It's an easy fix. It's just a bolt on, easy bolt on, and then the cover clips onto it. It's an easy fix. If you go to the dealership, they probably gonna want $1,000, maybe $1,500. But that probably goes into my conversation about learning everything you can about these trucks, doing your research and stuff like that, so that you know how these trucks operate. So that way, when something like that happens, you can fix it easy. You know, you can easily fix it real quick. But I know some of y'all love running up in the shop. Y'all don't know nothing about how your truck works. Run up in the shop and let the shop, let the shop tell you what's wrong with your truck, because not everything need to be fixed right then and there, So you investing in a deer guard? Yeah, it's about $1,000 for a deer guard. I've been on the fence about getting one. I was thinking about getting one. I don't know. I'm on the fence. It depends on how much it weighs, because it's going to add more weight to the truck. So, I have to do some research on it, because sometimes I be coming right at gross. Like I be coming in like 79,000 pounds. And if the deer guard weigh 1,000 pounds, shit. I don't think a deer guard gonna weigh 1,000 pounds, but a deer guard, they probably weigh about 200 pounds. That shouldn't be too much weight. But yeah, so like I was saying before, a lot of guys, don't. I just need y'all to do research on stuff. That's all, man. It's not that hard. Doing research is not that doggone hard. It's not. I know some of y'all be making research to be difficult. It's not difficult. You go on Google, and whatever it is that you're thinking about, type it in. Type it in. Big Face say his truck paid for. Yeah, that's good. I want y'all to have y'all trucks paid for. My truck paid for. I still be running. I still be running. I still be running, because all the more money that I make, that's more money for me to buy rental property. That's more money for me to buy some real estate, and that's more cash for me to go and do other things, and have a very fruitful, prosperous retirement. Okay, and y'all go back in my videos when I talk about investing and all that stuff. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Don't get out here and get in this doggone truck, run up and down the road for 20, 30 years and not have nothing to show for it. You don't have nothing. You need to put as many assets as you can in your asset column. Get rid of them liabilities. If you build your income statement, if you build your balance sheet. If you build your balance sheet, a balance sheet is easy to build. You got assets equals liability. You got assets equals owner's equity plus liabilities. That's it. That's it. And so you build, just you can get a piece of paper, man. You can just get a notebook, piece of paper, and just write down all the things that you own. All the things that you own. Okay? And then in the owner's equity section, what you do is the balance sheet works on the debits and credits. It works on debits and credits because the difference between liabilities and owner's equity is owner's equity. So, like for example, if you own a house that's worth $100,000 and you have $80,000 left on it, that means in your liabilities column you have $80,000 in liabilities and you have $20,000 in owner's equity in your equity column. And then in your asset column, you will have that asset. It'll be the house, $100,000. And each side has to balance out. So 80,000 plus 20,000 equals the asset side. And that's how the balance sheet works. And you just write all your assets all the way down. And you know what the fun thing about it? When your assets are worth more than your liabilities, that means you out of the rat race. You no longer have to work. When your assets exceed your liabilities and you have 100% owner's equity, that's it. And so you got to put mutual funds, put stocks, you put a trucking business in the asset column, you put rental property in the asset column, and the whole goal, your whole objective is to put as much shit as you can in that asset column. And that's what I'm doing. I'm putting shit in the asset column. $5,000 a week. Okay? So with my bills at my house, now that I'm married, I get to split my very low bills. My bills at my house are like, I'm very proud of what I've done to get my expenses at my house very, very low. I'm very proud of it. Now that I'm married, we got dual incomes. You know, my wife, she got her income. I ain't gonna put her business out here, but she make good money. Okay, combine that with the money I make in the truck. I'm good, dog. I'm good. Okay, so she work, I work. We both pull our money together with our low bills, man. We can buy apartment buildings all day long, man. We can buy duplexes, 4 units all day long, man. And that's what you want. And so my household bills, we're probably looking at, let me run it through real quick. About $14.50 a month. About $14.50 a month in bills. And like once I add like spend money for the month, groceries and all that stuff, it comes out to about $1,900 a month. $2,000 a month. Okay. Between us two, we make plenty of money. And so I get to pile up loads of cash. Like this month, I made about $24,000 this month, gross. My expenses, I was just calculating my expenses a while ago. My expenses, okay, the trailer, fuel, let's see, I spent $750 in fuel. Okay, I spent about $2,800, About $2,900 this month in fuel. $2,900 in fuel. Okay. And I still got money left over. $2,900 in fuel. I just paid my insurance. My insurance just came out of my account. And my truck payment and my trailer payment. My trailer payment just came out my account. Let's see, 650 minus. Okay. I'm just running through some numbers real quick. $4,500. So I got about $4,500 this month in expenses, minus I got 22,000, about $21,000 in profit this month. If I find a property for $20,000, I could pay cash for a rental property. If I do that, if I net 20 grand a month, I can put that 20 grand in an income producing tax haven property, right? I can spend 20 grand on the property, fix it up, put about 10,000 in, and I got 30 grand into the property. Okay. Get the rent off of it, get that rent back, and don't have to pay taxes on it. That's the game. Keep on putting stuff in that asset column. That's the game. That's the game. That's how it works. That's the game. What I just told y'all is the game of wealth. What I just told y'all. That's the game of wealth. What I just told y'all. I know some of y'all ain't gonna do it. Y'all ain't gonna do it. I'm sitting here giving y'all the game. I'm giving y'all the gems. Giving it to you. Just watch my videos. I'm giving it to you. But y'all think I'll be on here playing and kiki-keying and whatnot. Okay, cool. I just gave you the game. Gave you the game of wealth right here. I just gave it to you. You know? G-Star said his truck paid for it too. Yeah, man. All y'all with these paid for trucks, I hope y'all investing the truck payment. Act like you still got a truck payment. Put that truck payment in the stock market. If you had a $1,500 a month truck payment, it's paid off now. You need to be putting that $1,500. Well, you don't got to put the whole $1,500. Put $1,000 a month. Put $1,000 a month in put $1,000 a month in the IRA or retirement 401k or something, and put the other $5 in just regular savings. Because you want to pile up enough cash for 6 months. You want to pile up enough cash for 6 to 12 months of expenses. So if something happens in your truck, man, you can take off a whole year. You slip and fall in the truck. You get in an accident, you know, all the real stuff that can happen. Okay. If you married, you definitely got to do it because you're responsible for another person. Okay. You definitely got to do it if you married. So, that's the game. All y'all with these paid for trucks, y'all better be investing this money. Y'all gonna be 60 years old, still climbing in a doggone truck. You know? Telling y'all need to be piling up. There's much money that we make in these trucks, man. As much money we make in these doggone trucks. We can do it. Y'all got paid for equipment. Y'all can do it. Y'all got paid for equipment. Pile up 6 months to a year of expenses. I mean, I don't know y'all business, but I know for me, it's about 50,000. You know, pile up 50, 60,000 cash and just put it in the index fund. Put it in a plain old index fund and put it in a plain old index fund, not a retirement index fund. and just let it sit there. And so when you need it, you have it. And so you can just go buy a rental property, you can go buy a truck cash, you can buy another truck cash. Say your truck break down, say your truck blow up, say your motor blow up. You can go ahead and just buy another truck cash because you got to sit there. You got plenty of money to sit there. Just keep piling it up. And that's how you build wealth, man. That's just how you build wealth. We truck drivers, man, is no reason. There's no reason for it. We see so much money. If you ain't doing that, y'all out here wasting your money, going to the club every weekend, going to the mall every weekend. That's the regime. That's that regime stuff. Going to the movies every weekend, chasing women every weekend, chasing these women. You need to stop chasing these women and get on your grind, man. Chasing these women out here and going out to eat all the time and just doing the regime, just doing exactly what the regime wants you to do. You ain't investing none of that money. You got not one asset in your asset column. You buy iPhone every 2-3 months. You buy Jordans every 2-3 months. Well, every week you buy a new pair of Jordans. You refinancing your car. You carrying negative equity on a car note. That's another thing you can invest. If all your cars are paid for, you can take that car note. You can take that car note and invest that money, man. You know the average person in America don't have $400 in case of emergency. $400. 400. If you're a truck driver and you save $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 cash in your account, you are 1,000 times better than any average person out here. You can pretty much handle just about anything that life throws at you. Just about. I mean, there's some extreme situations out there, but just about. If you get in a car accident, you can buy another car cash, $15,000 car, $10,000, $12,000 cash. Your truck breakdown, you can buy another truck cash, $20,000, $25,000 truck, no problem. Boom. You got $70,000, $60,000 cash in the bank. Boom, boom. Say you got some rental properties and a tenant move out. Okay, no problem. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how you build wealth, man. You turn this active income right here into passive income. That's how you build wealth. This right here, driving the truck, is active income. You got to work. High tax. You pay a lot of taxes on this income, driving the truck, working. You put the money into passive income that ain't heavily taxed. Real estate income ain't taxed as heavy. Dividend income. Dividend income is income you get from stocks, mutual funds, and stuff like that. Bonds. It's not heavily taxed like active income. Income you get from a job. I'm telling y'all the gems. I'm telling y'all. All y'all got paid for trucks? Okay. G-Star said, that's me, bro. I'm married, housewife. I put away as much as I can, bro. That's right, man. And I don't know if your wife has a job, and if she don't have a job, that's more reason for you to pile up even more cash. Because if you got to take care of two people. If you got kids, you got to take care of 5-6 other people. You got to take care of 5-6 other people. If your son or daughter gets sick, they need braces. They need equipment for sports. Say your son play football. You got to buy cleats and equipment so he can play in the sport. Helmet. You got to buy school clothes. PlayStation games, all that junk that kids want. I know. I got a kid. I know. You know, that's even more reason to come out here and run, and you got to pay for a truck and pile up cash. You know, you want to leave your kids with something. When you die, you want to leave your kids with something, man. Wouldn't it be nice when you die, you can hand them a folder with account with mutual funds in it, stocks in here. It's got you. When you die on your deathbed, right? On your deathbed, you hand your on your deathbed when you about to die, your son or daughter come and see you at the hospital. You be like, here, take this. He's like, what's this? Oh, it's a gift showing you how much I love you. Then they open it up. It's like, oh my, oh, this is a brokerage account with mutual funds in it. It's 2.5 million in here. Oh wow. Oh, these are deeds. Look at this. There are 20 deeds in here to pay for real estate. 20 properties in here. It's $1 million worth of real estate. Oh wow. You got checking accounts, you got leases. Oh wow. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy. I love you. And you can die with dignity. You can die with a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be scared to die, man. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared. You can just lay back and just smile and just know you're gonna go to heaven smiling. That's what a responsible man does for his family. Life insurance, you get life insurance. I don't usually talk about life insurance because in order to protect all this wealth that you're building, you need life insurance. Because if you die and you still got a mortgage on you still got a mortgage on your house, well, if you die, those assets gonna be in jeopardy. Okay? So you gotta have life insurance. So when you die, your family get a check, pay the house off, done. You got a $300,000 life insurance policy. You got a $300,000 life insurance policy, and you die, and you owe $100,000 on your house. Your wife and your kids, they can bury you with $300,000 cash, and they can bury you, right? Pay the house off, and they still got $200,000 cash. This is how I'm telling y'all the game. This is how you build wealth. I'm telling y'all, you got to read. How did I learn this stuff? Read. You got to read. This is what the wealthy people do. Y'all think I'm making all this stuff up, right? I'm lying. Okay, fine. Fine. I'm telling y'all the game. You got people out here, regular working class people that started a business, piled up a whole bunch of cash, invested it. They piled up a whole bunch of cash. They went out and invested that cash. And now they're in their 60s and 70s, got a whole bunch of wealth. Okay? This is the game. It's all on my shoulders, bro. I understand. Yeah, I mean, your wife, she can do a side hustle or something like that. You know? She can do a side hustle. You know? I hope she at least helping you with your paperwork if she's sitting home all day. You know? Helping you with your paperwork. You know, calling brokers for you and whatnot. You know? But I think I'm gonna get off here. I ran rated enough. This is actually not the video I wanted to make, but somebody asked about factoring companies, so you know, if you know you want a good factoring company, call up Triumph Business Capital. Tell them I sent you. The best factoring company in trucking. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.